I got laid off from my job a month ago. And I've been applying for jobs months.
There used to be 24-hour diners, family-owned restaurants, even bookstores.
The average home price is $1.2 million. The average rent is over $4,600. And grocery prices?
99, I'm gonna say 99, not even 95. 99% of us living in the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area are suffering.
American dream is dead. The system is rigged. And the more I check out videos on the channel, the more I hear other people's commentary and opinions. It is just sad. It is just terrible to see, man. My prayers go out to all the Americans out there that are suffering and struggling financially with their bills, groceries, that are going through high inflation, high gas prices. Something needs to change, and we're gonna be shining a light on all of this on the channel and creating a mass awakening for people to realize, hey, we can't deal with this anymore. We need something to be done about it, man. And in this video, we're going to see firsthand the crisis that is taking place in America.
I'm really stressed today. I just went to the grocery store, bought 10 items, and it was $80 freaking already. I literally have $10 left in my account. The fuck? So a little backstory. I got laid off from my job a month ago. And I've been applying for jobs months before I got laid off. Sent out hundreds of resumes already. Applied to hundreds of jobs on the internet, remote and on-site. Tailored my resume to every position that I applied using ChatGPT. Went to only a few interviews. And still
nothing. That's, man. Applying to so many jobs, still can't get a job. And there's so many Americans that are trying to get jobs, you know, overqualified, went to college, and still can't get jobs. Devastating.
Like, what the fuck is going on with America right now? Like, it's so freaking hard to live here. Like, I'm gonna stay positive. I'm gonna keep applying for jobs. I'm gonna keep showing
the right mindset to have. The right mindset to have.
Up. But man, my bills are not going to wait.
Right.
America is collapsing before our very eyes. Restaurants are closing their doors for good in my city at a record pace. They're blaming it on a slow season, but I think it's something else. You can't tell me the amount of abandoned strip malls that I drive by on a daily basis is normal. I know you've seen it too. All these places just get replaced with the capybara cafe de jour or a flower store to placate the masses, if you know what I mean. There used to be 24-hour diners, family-owned restaurants, even bookstores, I don't know.
A lot of businesses disappearing.
No third spaces. Now, nothing. Luxury apartments that sit vacant forever. Grocery stores that have been closed for 10 years. So much wasted space in empty parking lots. Until some TikTok trend comes, opens for 6 months, and then that closes too. I know I'm not alone in this, but yet every single time I bring it up, I get all the bots in my comments telling me the economy's never been better. But I ask, for who?
You can never win against the bots, man. Who is the economy better for? You could clearly see that things are, as he said, collapsing. You could clearly see that. The writing is on the wall. I see, you know, for example, with the Federal Reserve and how they have the interest rates are higher now. CPI data, inflation data, is coming in lower than expected. Yet gas prices still high, groceries still high, rent still high. How does that work? Why is the math not math in here?
Like 100 people at the top? So the billionaires are doing great. I don't care. People like you and me, we're struggling out here. All my friends live in vans. And if we are lucky enough to have apartments or houses, we're living behind locked doors and closed blinds because there's no community here anymore. Restaurants are just the beginning. They're the canary in the coal mine. Once they're gone, so are all of our meeting places, our birthday parties, our community, and third spaces. They're not just a place to buy food. They're a pulse of the neighborhood. And also, as a live singer, something hugely important to my job. I used to sing 5 nights a week. Now I'm lucky if I can find a Sunday night gig. So I'm just here to say, if this is what a booming economy sounds like, it must be the sound of doors slamming shut. And I don't know about you, but I'm making my exit plan. We're moving to Portugal soon, where they still have cafes and restaurants that people actually go to. If you find
There's actually a lot of people, you're seeing a mass shift where a lot of people are leaving the States. They're leaving to go to other countries. You're seeing this mass exodus of people. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's very shocking and devastating that this is where we're at now.
and that interesting, stick around. Because I can tell you this is not normal. And don't let internet comments gaslight you into thinking it is.
100%.
She is not the only millennial doing this.
Move to a secondary city. Do it now. I lived in LA and I lived in New York for 10 years. It was great. It did what it needed to do for my hustle and my grind. When you hit 30, move to a secondary city. Literally do it. You'll save money. You'll have a more comfortable lifestyle. Your body will thank you because we're
I
getting...
see a lot of videos as well. A lot of people on social media saying they're moving out of the big cities. They're moving out of, those bigger city areas because, you could afford cheaper areas outside of the cities.
Up there, we need a little bit more space, a little bit more air to breathe, some trees. Look into secondary cities, people.
There's a wave of young people leaving big cities, and Bank of America actually did a survey to see which of those cities they are. These cities include Los Angeles, where the average home sale price is $1 million. And the average
$1 million for a home, man.
rent is $3,200. Groceries, which matter,
Average rent $3,200. How much is the
are
groceries?
11% higher than the national
11% higher. Holy moly, man. Jeez Louise.
average. Next, there's Boston, where the average home price is $830,000. The average rent,
Insane.
which actually shocked me, is $37,000. That's a lot. And
Wait, the average rent is $37K? Did we hear that right? What?
grocery prices were also 11% higher than the national average. San Jose, which is pretty close to Silicon Valley, is another city young people are leaving. The average cost of a home is $1.4 million, and rent is about $2,700. Groceries, and this shocked me, is 21% higher than the national average. You are really paying a lot for that avocado. New York, which we all know is very expensive, is losing young people. The average home price is $1.2 million. The average rent is over $4,600. And grocery prices are 30% higher here than the national average. This is actually one of the reasons why I literally buy fruit from the street. And then there's San Francisco, which has an average home price of $1.3 million. And the average apartment rent is a little over $3,600.
I love videos like this that break down the math so everyone could realize and agree, something is wrong here. Something clearly is wrong here. There is a collapse happening. The American dream is dead. Something clearly is wrong here. Do you hear the expenses? Do you hear how costly these things are? You can't buy a home in these cities unless you're making millions. Even rent, super costly. Groceries that people need to eat, extremely costly. Up instead of down in average prices. Insane.
Groceries, just like New York, are 30% higher than the national average. Part of me hopes that there's a massive exodus of young people leaving these big cities, because I think if cities get desperate enough for young people, for talent, that they will have to address these economic inequalities. What do you?
And not just only that, not just young people leaving, but the population as well. So many people around the world having less kids. Because why? Things are too costly, they're too expensive. And you're going to need people to keep civilization going without new kids being born. Again, this leads to a worldwide collapse. America, from all these videos I'm taking a look at, it's not looking great at all. But I still remain hopeful. I still remain optimistic. Things can change in an instant. In the snap of a finger. So I still remain, like I said, optimistic. But again, it is such a tragic situation here, such a tragic situation for millions of Americans, man. And of course, people would say Gen Z are just, complaining. But clearly, the overall system is failing. Clearly, you could see that. Now, can you do things to still get ahead? Can you still get into careers and, do things with financial literacy to still get ahead? Yes, you can. But it's not the same as it was in the past.
So I want to continue this conversation about how 99, I'm going to say 99, not even 95, 99% of us living in the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area are suffering. And I want to continue this conversation in hopes that I will not only get more answers as to why other people think this is happening, but I will find all the other new...
I think I recently had somebody that commented from New York or New Jersey. Man, it's such a sad state, man. It's so tragic.
Jerseyans and New Yorkers that are suffering in this with me. I feel like the American dream that they sold you is dead. At this point, I feel
Don't even feel like. At this point, man, it is. At this point, it is. Not feel like, man.
It's a big fat lie. Because technically, I did everything I was supposed to do. And my husband, he really did what he was supposed to do. This man suffers from Crohn's disease.
Oh, that's
and
sad.
And through the worst flare-up of his entire life, where he weighed the same weight as me, he
lost a ton of weight. Dang.
Went to school full-time and worked a job full-time.
Wow.
So he literally would work overnight shifts.
While we're having Crohn's disease as well.
So he literally would work overnight shifts, get off at 7 in the morning, and then go to school at like 12 in the afternoon. And we're not just talking just like regular business school or whatever. We're talking engineering. He chose engineering because it's a great lucrative career, right? Well, he bust his aspirin, went to school, literally got the sickest he's ever been in his life.
Hey, man. That's so sad. I pray for... this is Erica here. I pray for Erica and her family, man. What an amazing husband. What an amazing family. Doing the right thing. Making it in an honest way. Still, through all the pressure and pain. Through sickness. Still doing their best. Still doing his best to provide for his family. Amazing.
Failed the class because he was so sick.
Right.
We had a baby, went through COVID. I mean, such hard times in our lives. He pushed forward and graduated. And guess what? He makes no more money than he was making before.
Oh, man.
Can't even find a job that would pay him $150K. And
that's insane. I also feel like pre-pandemic was better. Does anyone else feel like that? Let me know in the comments. I feel like pre-pandemic was a much better time.
$150K might sound like a lot to some, but that is literally nothing for here. You need at least $200K in the household to survive. And I want to focus on my fashion business. So not only can we not afford a home, we can barely afford rent. Something's gotta give. So
I agree with Erica. Something's gotta give. Something's gotta give. And what's even crazier is that no matter how bad you have it, people around you have it, there's always someone that has it worse than you do. It's like I said, it's very tragic, it's very tough, but again, can't give up, man. And yeah, let's just engage. Leave your comments down below. Let me get your thoughts. Let me know what happened to you recently with maybe the economy. Last time you went grocery shopping. Last time you went to fill up your tank. Let me know in the comments, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate everyone that watches the videos, tunes in, and subscribes. The support is appreciated, man. If you're new here, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you want to also learn how to grow on YouTube, to be join my community, be a part of a community that is focused on their goals, check out my WAP page in the description. Always remember, man, give thanks and praise to the Lord God Jesus. Thank God for everything, and I'll catch you in the next one.